that time again, all you cyberpunks and retro nerds out there. Welcome back to another edition of Neon Trash. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer. Tonight we're going to be checking out another weird and bizarre horror movie. In my seemingly never-ending pursuit for all things strange and odd, I was actually looking up westerns and horror movies online, and to my surprise, I actually stumbled upon this black and white movie called Curse of the Undead. This is a cross between a western and a vampire film. Now, if you guys know me, you know I love both genres. Westerns are cool, vampires are cool, and black and white movies are ultra fucking cool. This movie looks like it's gonna be pretty fucking awesome. I can't wait to check it out. You guys know this routine. Check out the trailer. Peep that shit when we get back. You guys are gonna know my opinion on Curse of the Undead.
What was he, this being half human, half what? Appearing out of the nightmare darkness. Evil his face, evil his deeds.
Do you really think I'd invent something as horrible as all this just to get rid of a ranch hand?
I don't know what to think. I only know that I can't accept such a thing as a vampire.
His victims, the young and the beautiful, as well as the bold and the strong.
You was just lucky the other night when my man missed you. If that was me, you'd be pushing dirt.
Don't reach for your gun. Will you get out of here?
You call the time.
Are they doomed, all who oppose him?
Drake!
Can nothing human stop him?
I hit him. I know I hit him.
If I can't do it now with your consent, I'll go into Banning and get a court order. But I'm going to open those coffins.
See you dead first! Not dead!
Okay guys, I just got done watching the movie Curse of the Undead, and I gotta say this is, for the most part, a pretty conventional black and white western. It follows a lot of the tropes that were very prevalent with movies and TV shows of the 1950s and the early 1960s. The only difference here is the overtones of horror, and in my opinion, I feel like it's very successful in those regards. There's a couple of moments that I thought were actually kind of scary, and the lead vampire in this movie in one scene is stalking a preacher on these desolate city streets in the middle of the night, and the director decides to focus on the sound effects of his footsteps. It's a moment like that that I wish the director would have interjected throughout the rest of the movie, because like I said, this is kind of a conventional western, and if any of you guys have ever seen TV shows like The Rifleman starring Chuck Connors, then you know what to expect in terms of overall production value. And in my opinion, I'm a huge fan of The Rifleman. I think that's a great show. In terms of gunplay and violence and whatnot, this movie doesn't really have too much of it, but what it lacks in terms of action, it makes up for in intensity and dialogue. This movie's got a lot of scenes where main characters are getting real intense with one another, and I feel like that's its strongest suit, is the dialogue. I can't see a lot of younger audience members coming into this movie and being blown away, especially if they don't like black and white movies. During the 1950s, things were kind of squeaky clean in terms of their overall execution, and that was my problem with 1950s and early 1960s westerns for a long time. It wasn't until I actually watched the show The Rifleman with Chuck Connors that I actually started appreciating that genre a little bit more. I know a lot of audience members, they want to see some action, they want to see some bloodshed, especially at the prospect of a vampire and a Western movie combined. And this movie kind of gives you a little bit of both, but I don't know, it might disappoint some individuals. Out of 10 stars, I could give the film Curse of the Undead a solid 6 out of 10.